Welcome to part 2 of my Law of Attraction video. I decided it needed a bit of a continuation from the last one, and that was essentially momentum, because I get a lot of emails and questions about that, that people have visualized. Excuse us, I've got a funny setup because it's quite dark in here. That people have sat and visualized and put boards up with images and all those things that I've suggested, and many others have too. But it's not working, it's not happening, and that's pretty frustrating when you're putting that amount of energy into visualizing what you ultimately want. So there's another part that's really important, and it's called momentum. If you think about like a snowball, okay, it grows as it rolls, it gathers more to it, and that build up slowly grows and grows and grows until it's an avalanche or a gigantic snowball. So energy is much like that. There's a sense of that you actually need to take a step. You need to start moving ahead into the direction you want to have happen. If you just sit in your lounge and use your head, your mind, it's like sending it out there. Yeah, this is what I would like, this is how I visualize it, but there's no movement. And the universe really loves it when people move forward, whatever they're trying to do, whatever they're trying to manifest, whether it's the love of their life, their dream job, their business, travel. The universe actually really likes it if you have faith that that's going to happen and that's going to be there, and start moving ahead forward slowly. That doesn't mean you rush out and get yourself into horrendous debt and borrow what you need to. It's that you faithfully step forward. If it's a business you're creating, start planning it, start putting some things together, start planning how you're going to promote it, start taking steps into that direction. Research who you're going to get your product from, if it's a product, and start building things like a website or a Facebook page or group, and start getting those things in order. If it's a holiday, start getting out there and actually planning your holiday, so it's not so vague. It's a bit of a harder one to take steps towards, but even just going to the beach for a day and enjoying that and using that as part of your visualization, it helps to get the ball rolling. Go to the travel agents, pick up some information on where you want to go. Manifesting your dream love. Be friendly. Go to places where your dream type of person might be. If you're spiritually inclined, you're probably not going to meet them at a bar. You're not going to meet them at some dive, You're more likely to meet them somewhere where people like that gather, whether it's oh, this thing keeps wiggling. Whether it's it doesn't have to be anything super spiritual, but a lot of spiritual people I know hang out in nature. They go and sit by rivers. They absorb the environment. They're not constantly needing to be busy and amused and entertained, So you tend to find them in places like that, or a meditation group, or if you're trying to manifest health, go where healthy people go. Go to the local organic vegetable shop and get to know healthy people and what they do and how they make that happen. It's like the minute you start movement towards your goals, it's like the universe goes, yay, yay, she's got it. Okay, let's help. Let's get on board with this. Let's help her or him get what they're after. We've got positive forward movement. Nobody's sitting around twiddling their thumbs anymore. Let's get going. And it's such an important step. Action, momentum. Momentum's one of my sort of catchphrases I use when I'm talking about things like that, because it is a really good way to describe the action and forward movement when you start heading in that direction. And it clears your energy too. It gets it moving towards what you want, rather than kind of being stagnant, which we attract what we are. We see what we are. There's such a powerful reflective force out there. We don't always like what we see, but it is a reflection to show us something. That doesn't mean we're exactly the same as, but it could be an aspect of ourselves we need to look at. So yeah, but when we start moving towards what we desire, what we envision, what we visualize, we're actually showing faith and trust that we're going there. It's going to happen. And yes, your door might not get bashed down by somebody telling you that you've just won $9 million. Okay, that's may not happen, but steady and consistent forward movement and not giving up on your dream is so important. You have to have a certain amount of tenacity. A lot of people kind of try for a while and then go, this is hard work, I'll give up, it doesn't work. No, you've got to keep going, you've got to keep moving forward. And like the snowball, as the energy, as the momentum builds, it gets bigger. And the bigger it is, the bigger the surface area of this energy is, the more it can attract to it. Because energy is kind of like glue, it magnetizes. I remember many years ago having this vision of energy. I was meditating by a river in the Awatiri Valley, and I kind of had an out-of-body experience, which was really interesting. But I saw energy, and it doesn't just end here. It kind of dilutes and merges with all the other energies and gets out there. So the more there is, the further it's going to reach, the more it's going to attract to it, which unfortunately at the moment, with the speeding up of the vibrations, is also attracting lessons we don't enjoy so much to us, because it's showing us exactly where we're not 100% clear yet on what we're trying to attract. Some of those lessons, I know, you'd kind of scratch your head and go, what on earth is that doing here? I thought I'd dealt with that. But sometimes we need to have a refresher course. Generally we deal with it a lot faster if we do it that way though. So keep your dream going, keep it alive. Don't give up on it if it doesn't happen in 3 or 4 weeks. Keep moving forward, keep breathing it in, keep feeling what it would feel like. I mean, our emotions, our feelings are a huge part of the power of attraction. So we need to be able to imagine what it would feel like to be doing that or have that. If your dream is to stand up in front of thousands of people and inspire them and make their lives better, imagine yourself what that would feel like, and keep imagining it. And start small. Start inspiring 3, 4, 5 at a time, 1 at a time, and the universe goes, oh cool, yep, that's happening, okay, we'll send some more energy their way. And that's how it works. So this whole big ramble of mine has been really about momentum, how important, how vital it is. And it's okay to stuff it up. I do it regularly. I make a bit of a mistake and things go a bit topsy-turvy for a bit, but it's always a good lesson, and it always makes me step back and go, hang on, what on earth was I putting out there? Where was my consciousness at? We can all slip from the higher levels of awareness into unconsciousness again, and with the faster vibrations it can happen a lot faster too. It's something that can happen quicker, but I'm finding it's actually easier to drag myself back out of that again now too, which is very, very good. But we all do it. I haven't met a perfect person yet who doesn't experience that. The fastest way to process, if you go onto a bit of a negative spiral, is to actually just fully embrace it, to be with it, to sit with it. Don't distract yourself. Don't go and get busy. Just let it be and don't judge it. Just experience it. It's not going to hurt you. It won't kill you. It's a feeling. It's an emotion. It's an energy, and energy likes to move. So just let it be, and it will actually move on, and it'll move on quicker if you just acknowledge it without judging. So if you go into a bit of a negative spin, just do that. If you run out and distract yourself for a couple of days, you'll still come back and have to deal with it. So you might as well get on with it. But yeah, it's all fun. We're all here to have fun with this whole learning experience. We're playful spiritual beings who are here to learn and to mess up. And when you look at it from the bigger perspective, a lot of the stuff that we stress about isn't really that important, you know. It's actually just a game, a big act. From a spiritual perspective, from Spirit's viewpoint, it really isn't that important. For us it is, because we're here to utilize this energy to create, to make matter do what we want it to. That's what we've come here for, to dive into this and to muck around with it and play with it. So don't be put off if you wobble, if you fall over. Get back up and go, okay, cheers for the lesson, and move forward, because you will get there. And all my best. I think I've prattled on enough now, and have fun. Lots of love.